Hello guys, so this is Anirudh Chiller. So we are working on a Fortinet lab that we made in EVNG, having some FortiGate firewalls, some Cisco devices, some Linux machines, and those FortiGates having a platform of SAN.X. So the topic of discussion today will be the VLAN and the trunking deployment in a FortiGate firewall. So we'll be talking about the VLAN only for this specific video. Let me share what kind of topology we'll be using. So if you see these blue ones, we are going to use those ones today. These will be the topology flow. Okay, so these blue ones, these are the devices we are going to use today in our topology or in our configuration part mainly. So what we are going to do, let's say this is our sales and this is VLAN 10 and the subnet, let's assume we'll be using the subnet that we are going to discuss here right now, 10.0.10/0/24. That's the subnet we are going to use. And let's say this is our second department, let's say HR, which will be having a VLAN of VLAN 20. And the subnet they'll be using is 10.0.20/0/24. So this side of IP will be 51, this side of IP will be 51, and these, let's say we can keep them as .9. We are not talking about the loopbacks and yes, we can leave the stuff. Okay, on this firewall, on this FortiGate firewall, we are going to make some changes, like how the changes are going to work. Let's say there are two departments having different subnets. They want to access the internet. So we have to make some configuration changes on the FortiGate. We have to create some sub interfaces that will allow, and those sub interfaces will be put inside a policy, which will be saying that, okay, if anything coming from this specific subnet, so some set of services will be allowed. Let's say for the sales, okay, this ping will be allowed, HTTPS specific site, or this kind of service will be allowed. But for HR, only this kind of service will be allowed. So we'll be seeing how can we create the policy, how we can create the you can say the sub interfaces on the FortiGate firewall. So, one, two, three, and four. These are the four devices we are going to make some configuration changes. And for the rest of the devices, this one, and this one. Before moving, before putting any configuration, we have to check that we should have internet connectivity, else we have to make some configuration on the rest of them as well. So, let me put it here on FortiGate 2. What we are going to do, we are going to create some sub interface for inside port. Why the inside port? Because the service, or you can say the two departments which are coming, they are coming by this port 2 only. So we are going to create sub interfaces for port 2 only. That is the inside port. Okay. And the second thing on the FortiGate, we have to create one policy. You can say as per department. Like either it's a HR or the HR, it is sales. Like you can say if something is coming from VLAN 10, that is sales, or VLAN 20, that is HR. So we have to create the policy according to that. And the third thing, there should be one, not the policy, there should be one static route. We have to cross check either it's there to internet, which will be saying, okay, whatever is coming on the FortiGate firewall, we are going to provide one static route that will be showing that, okay, we can send the services to this specific gateway, which will be sending those routes, those traffic over to the internet. So we should have a static route to the internet on the FortiGate. Okay, that's the thing with the FortiGate. And when we talk about the switch, what we are going to do for E0 by 0, you can say this interface, we are going to create trunking. We have to activate trunking for this specific interface E0 by 0. And then for uh, it's a bit of blur, let me remove this one. Okay, yeah. Then for interface E0 by 1, we have to put that interface in VLAN 10. We have to create a L3 interface, provide some kind of IP, and that's it, I think. Yeah, that is all. Let's see what we have to do. Like we can do that later as well. And for 0 by 2, we have to put that interface in VLAN 20. And same, we have to put the specific interface. We have to create a L3 interface and provide some kind of IP with that subnet 10.0.20/24. Like we can provide any kind of IP. And of course, on the switch, we have to create VLAN 10 and 20. These are the things we are going to do on the switch. And then I'll be talking about the router only because on the Linux machine, it's a simple thing. You can provide just IP, DNS, that's it. And let's say if on R9 router, we have to put some IP from a subnet, let's say 10.0.10.9. This IP we can use for E0 by 0. Then we have to provide a static route. That static route will be something like that. Default static route I'm talking here. And the gateway should be 10.0.10.51. Okay, let me write it here. One sec. 10.0.10.51 is basically VLAN 10, or you can say sub interface on the FortiGate. Sub interface. Mind my writing, please. Okay, so these are the things we are going to perform. So let's go to the lab. This is the lab. Here it is. So everything is on right now. So just go to the FortiGate firewall first to check the internet connectivity because rest of the things you can say the lower part, the switch, R9 router and the Linux 9 machine, they are wiped out. Nothing is there because I haven't saved anything on that. So that is why. Let's go there. So before moving anywhere, let's do the ping directly to the internet if it's working. Okay, it's working. We have the reachability. Okay, it's fine now. Now go to the interface and select port 2. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I have them created. Let me do one thing. Let me stop it here and wipe the configuration. I think we have to create some additional. Let's see what happened. We'll troubleshoot at the time. I have wiped it out, so the port will be removed. So it would be there will be no configuration, no IP, nothing will be there. So we have to configure it from the scratch. Let's start it. I think you would have seen my earlier videos, so you have a better idea how to put the configuration, like the interface and that kind of stuff. I'm going to do them a bit quickly, so won't be discussing them. Just going to put some IP directly there. It will take a minute or two to restart. Okay. Uh, interface. Okay, so this is the IP dot 16. Let's go there. So it's the first time, so that's why it's asking for this kind of stuff. Do the host name and all that. You just keep doing okay, next, that's it. Let's change the name first from here. Why it's not coming? Yeah, so this was firewall 2. Do okay. Okay, so we don't have any configuration at all. Let's go there. So port 3, port 2, and port 1. So port 3, let's go with it. This should be 10, 10, 10, 51. Name it as outside port. Okay, HTTPS, SH, ping, those will be allowed. And yeah, that is all. And port 1, we have this just I'm not going to put any configuration for port 2 because we have to create sub interfaces that there shouldn't be any IP for the physical interface. So you have to keep it clean here, no IP. So let's change it. Before that, let me put a static route as well. Where it is? There was option here. Here it is. Yeah. Create one. Just create it. The gateway should be 10.10.10.50. Yeah. 10.10.10.50. It will take the interface automatically. Yeah. Static route to internet. Just name it something. Okay. It's enable. Let's check. We should create one firewall policy. Okay, it won't be working. We didn't put any IP, so leave it for now. Okay, so what we have done so far, put the interface configuration for outside port. Let's change it for the management as well because it should be, one second, mgmt port, keep it manual. It should be 51 as is firewall 1. Services are selected. Click OK. We will lose the access. Yeah, we will lose the access. Go there, type 51. That's what we put here. Okay, so it's not working. Did we put? Yeah, we have put it rightly. Okay, we have to close the earlier one. Only after that it will work. I think with the UNG maybe. Okay, we are here. Let's check the interface configuration here. Okay, so 151 is good. 10, 10, 10, good. Then port 2. Okay, port 2, nothing is there. So let's start what we discussed. Create sub interface for inside port. How you can create? Go there, select the port, click new interface. Very simple. Okay, so first we'll be creating for this R9. So let's say, let's name it something like that. Mm, R9, and this should be in VLAN 10. So put a number VLAN 10, select a port, port 2, and VRF ID you can leave it, and IP should be. So the IP we decided it should be 10.0.10.0/24, and this port 2 should be 51. Let's take it 10.0.10.51/24. That's the IP we have taken. Select the services. Let me recheck R9 VLAN 10 VLAN number we have put. You have to make sure that you put the VLAN ID as the correct one. Okay. So okay. So you're not seeing it where you just have to click it here and it's there. R9 VLAN 10 having this IP, these are services. So we have to create one more for VLAN 20, that's for Linux machine 9, Linux 9 and VLAN 20. It's just a naming convention I'm putting here. You can put anything you want to. The interface should be this. VLAN ID should be okay. One more thing, you can not use the same VLAN that you used earlier like this. I think it will give you a duplicate message. Yeah, another VLAN. It's already been assigned, so you can't even if you want to. So this was 10.0.20.51/24 and the services. Okay, these are the services. Click OK and we have the interfaces. Yeah, it's there. Let me do one more config, one thing. Yeah, I'll just putting one inside port just for the namesake. That's it. And allow the services as well. Just for safer side, I just don't want that sub interface going to create any problem if we are not relying on the physical one. So I'm just doing the same thing here. Okay, so sub interfaces has been created. Physical interfaces having the same services allowed as that of sub ones. So one thing is done. Let's go to the second one that we discussed. Policy as per. Before that, let's check a static route to the internet. I think we already put that. We have it here. Yeah, so that's fine. The only thing left is policy as per department. Okay, let's go there. Policy. I think we don't have, yeah, we don't have anything. Let's create R9 to internet. That's the policy name. The incoming should be R9. Outgoing should be outside port. Source can be anything. Destination can be anything. And all services will be allowed. We are just keeping it as a general one, okay? So netting, leave it as it is. Okay, select all session, just give it through again. Yeah, we are good. Click, okay. So what we have done here, we have created one policy that is for router 9 only. Okay, so yeah. So we have done all three things for the FortiGate. Let's go to the switch part. So on the switch, what we have to do, we have to enable the trunking on the port towards Fortinet, and that port is, yeah, E0 by 0. Let's go there on the switch and enable trunking. This one you can ignore it because it's the general thing that we have to use in later classes. So I just keep it as a general. We are going to use whatever the IP that I mentioned in the snapshot that I show you earlier. Okay, let's wait. Okay, it's up. Okay, go to the configuration mode, change the host name first to the switch 1 and interface Ethernet 0 by 0. Switch, okay, spelling is a switch port, trunk. I think switch port mode trunk we have to use first. Okay, it's not taking. Let's use switch port TRU. Okay, encapsulation dot 1Q now switch port mode trunk. It will show you some kind. Yeah, now you will receive. Okay, it's up now. You can see the message. Okay, for E0 by 1, let's go to the. Okay, for E0 by 1, we have to create one VLAN 10. We can create the VLAN 10 and 20 together first now. Then we have to put this interface in VLAN 10 and we have to create one L3 interface, or we have to provide some kind of IP, any IP you want to. That's up to you. Let's come here. Let me put it here. So interface Ethernet 0 by 1. Okay, before that, let's create VLAN. VLAN 10, exit, VLAN 20. Did I type something wrong? Yeah, then give the space. Exit. So VLANs are created. Okay, now the interface Ethernet 0/1. Mm, switch port host. So port fast is enabled on that. That's why we use this specific command now. Switch port access VLAN 10. Okay, we have put the interface in VLAN 10. Now go for the other interface, Ethernet 0/2. to switch port host enable port fast, switch port access enable VLAN 20 exit. That's interface VLAN 10. Just give any random IP, that's up to you. Let's take 10 0 10 40 slash 24. Give it a no shut for the namesake only. Interface VLAN 20 L3 interface for the VLAN. Use the same kind of IP address, uh, 10 0 20 40 slash 24. Do the no shit here as well. I think we have done everything if I'm not wrong. Show VLAN. Yep, we have put the interface in the VLAN. What I have typed, yeah, I think show IP interface brief. Show IP interface brief. We have two VLANs. That's there. 10 and 20. So everything looks good for now. Yep, all good. Let's go to the R9. Meanwhile, it's restarting. Let's see what we have to do on R9. On E0 by 0, this is the interface. We have to put one IP that should be .9 because we are going to use .9 from this side and this side as well. It should be 20.9. This one will be 10.9 slash 24. Then there should be one static route for the sub interface that we create on the Fortinet 2 for VLAN 10. So let's go there. Show IP interface brief. Okay, we have one IP that's already been assigned, but it's 10.0.2.9. So let's change it. And let me show IP route to check. I think we have one static route as well. Okay, we have to remove it. Let's go to the configuration, type no IP route 0.0.0.0.0 10.0.2.52. Do show IP route just for reference, check it. Static, okay, it's gone here. So let's go to the interface. It 0 by 0 IP address 10.0.10.9.255.255.255.0. Do the no shut as well just in case. Exit IP route 0.0.0.0.0 10.0.10.51. Okay, this is the sub interface IP on the Fortinet. Let's check that. Okay, we are here. Interface, here it is. This one, 10.0.10.51. And what you are using? 10.0.10.51. Enter. So I think that should have worked. Okay, so let's check the connectivity from router to our switch. 10.0.10.40, I think that's the IP, put it here. Yeah, it is working. So we have reachability. Let me 1 second. So we have reachability from here to here. It's working fine. Let me make it a bit. Yeah, it's fine now. So reachability from here to here, it's okay. Now Go to the router 9 again. Let's check the reachability till FortiGate 1051. That's the sub VLAN we created. Okay, we have it. Okay, it's good thing. It's working. Now try to ping it directly to the internet. Okay, it's working. We are good then. Okay, now go to the Linux machine. Where are we? Yeah. Just open the machine here. Okay, what is that? I don't know what is this. Let me stop it, wipe it, and start it again. Sometime it happened in the image you run. Let's see what happened now. Okay, it's working now. Yeah. Let's go to the control panel, put some IP and network. So that should be 10.020.9 and the gateway should be the IP of FortiGate sub interface and let's say DNS 888 and the second one take it as 422 and apply it. Okay, as applied, go to there in the command line and try to reach what was the IP? I think this one we used. If it's working, we have reachability till switch from the Linux machine. Now try to use the sub interface. I don't think it will be working. Let's give it a try. 10.0.20. Okay, it's working. Okay, it is working, but for the internet, I have a gut feeling it's not going to work because we don't have any policy. Yeah, it's not working. Let's. So what we have to do, we have to reach here on the firewall policy. Either you have to change this policy or we can create a new one as well. Let's say Linux 9 to internet. That's the name. The incoming is the Linux VLAN 20. Outgoing is outside port. Try to put it all kind of sources allowed for all kind of destinations and with whatever service they want to access. Keep it NAT, so leave it is not going to change any problem because we don't use NAT on this firewall. So click OK. Give it a minute or two. It normally takes some time on the Linux machine. Let's do a refresh here. Okay, let's go to the. Okay, so it's working. If you see, we have one subnet. Let me go here again, remove some stuff. Okay, so what will be happening here? Where are we? Yeah. So this one is sales in VLAN 10. Okay, 1 second, I think. Yeah, yeah. So this one is VLAN 10. I don't know what is happening here. Okay, why is going? Okay, leave it. Yeah. So this one R9 to switch one. This is a VLAN 10, and the Linux one to the switch one. This is VLAN 20. These are two different departments, and the both of them have the. So the reachability from R9 to the switch one having VLAN 10 like a different subnet, and from Linux 9 to the switch one with a VLAN of VLAN 20, both of the department having the connectivity to the internet, and we have created two policies inside the FortiGate 2 that will be saying that if something is coming for from the sales, this means this one. If something is coming from the HR or this one, they will be allowed the access to the internet via this path. So that's how it will be working. So I think before moving out, let's see again if the ping is still working. Just for one last time, this is VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. Both of them are working simultaneously. So yeah, 10 and 20 are working. If they are two departments, we have to allow both of them through the firewall. We have to create a specific policy as per the department or as per the subnet VLAN. That's whatever you want to say. So that's how we can achieve that. And you have to enable some kind of trunking on the switch towards the FortiGate to make it happen. So that is all from today. I hope you learned something new today. In our next video, we'll be talking about the Jones and FortiGate firewall. So thank you so much, guys. If you like my video, please like, comment, or subscribe my channel. And my channel is at the rate ARC underscore tutorial. Thank you so much, and see you in next video. Thank you, guys.